Have you ever felt like you're putting your heart and soul into a relationship, yet something just feels off? Like you're giving your all, being supportive, present, and doing everything in your power to nurture that connection, but the energy you're getting in return doesn't match your efforts? Brother, you're not alone. Even the strongest, most confident men go through moments where their worth isn't fully acknowledged by someone they care about. The hard truth is this: when someone truly values you, it reflects in their actions. It's in the little, consistent gestures that leave you feeling seen, respected, and understood. But let's get real. This isn't about needing endless praise or constant attention. As a stoic, high-value man, you already know that your worth isn't tied to external validation. It comes from within. But you also know relationships are a two-way street, built on mutual effort and reciprocity. And if the effort isn't balanced, that's a problem you can't ignore. Today, we're talking about something serious. 4 specific behaviors women display when they don't genuinely value you. These aren't always obvious, but once you see them, you can't unsee them. Recognizing these signs isn't just important, it's essential. Why? Because knowing your worth means refusing to settle for less than you deserve. Stop tolerating one-sided relationships. You deserve someone who meets you with the same commitment and respect you bring to the table. Welcome to our channel, where we arm men like you with actionable insights rooted in Stoic philosophy, helping you build strength, resilience, and self-respect in every aspect of your life. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell. We've got a ton of valuable content coming your way. And while you're here, show your support by smashing that like button. Can we hit 1,000 likes on this video? I know we can. Stay tuned, because you don't want to miss this. 4 behaviors to watch for. 4 signs it's time to make a change. Let's get into it. 4. She disregards your effort. And I don't just mean the big grand gestures. I'm talking about every little thing you do to show her you care, to make her life better, to connect deeper. When she doesn't even notice, or worse, she brushes it off like it doesn't matter, it's a red flag you cannot ignore. Effort, my brothers. Effort is the heartline of any meaningful relationship. It's not just about proving yourself. It's about building bonds, showing respect, and saying, you mean enough to me that I'm willing to invest my time, my energy, my everything. But what does it mean when she overlooks that? When she acts like your actions are expected, or even worse, acts indifferent to the meaning behind them? That right there is not just a lack of gratitude. It's a lack of recognition for you as a man. Think about this for a moment. A relationship is not a one-way street. Surveys prove this. Time and time again, appreciation ranks as one of the top qualities people want in a partner. It's powerful. Feeling appreciated doesn't just make you feel good. It validates your role in the relationship. And to the contrary, when your efforts are ignored, it leaves you feeling depleted, invalidated, invisible. Here's the trap a lot of men fall into. When they feel unappreciated, they think the answer is to double down. If I can just do more, maybe then she'll notice. Maybe then she'll see how much I care. You start giving more, sacrificing more, overextending, thinking that your added effort will finally make the difference. But reality check. Giving more to someone who doesn't already see your value will not change that dynamic. It won't make her magically wake up and take notice. The issue isn't your effort. The issue isn't what you're doing or how much you're giving. The issue is how she sees your contribution. Marcus Tullius Cicero once said, gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all the others. If she can't even muster gratitude for what you bring, whether it's time, presence, gifts, emotional investment, then what does that say about the value she places on you as a person? A woman who truly values a man will notice those efforts. She will appreciate them, acknowledge them, and most importantly, reciprocate them. This isn't about demanding something in return. It's about mutual respect. If she overlooks the meaningful things you do, or worse, criticizes or minimizes them, it's time to wake up. Are you pouring your energy into someone who doesn't even care enough to pour back into you? Don't lose yourself in the hope that things will change. Because at the end of the day, respect and gratitude aren't things you should have to beg for. They should be freely given by someone who actually values you. And here's the key, brothers. When a woman values you, you won't need to beg for her attention. She'll see what you do, she'll acknowledge it, and she'll match it in her own way. She'll respect your time, your energy, and your effort. Relationships aren't built on one person carrying the load. They thrive on mutual respect, mutual contribution, and mutual appreciation. You are worth so much more than being treated like an option. You're a warrior. Your time, your love, and your efforts are priceless. Don't waste them on someone blind to your worth. Find someone who truly sees you, values you, and will walk that path equally beside you. Remember, it's not about the size of the effort. It's about the respect that effort represents. If she doesn't respect that, it's time to reevaluate whether this is a partnership or just a one-man show. 3. The respect gap. Respect is the foundation of all deeply meaningful relationships. It's not optional. It's essential. A woman who truly values you will show it through her actions, her words, and her regard for who you are as a person. She will respect your opinions, your ambitions, and your presence in her life. But when respect is missing, this isn't just a small crack in the relationship, it's a glaring sign of a deeper issue that cannot be ignored. Think about this for a moment. Respect is how someone shows they appreciate your worth. If she truly values you, she won't belittle you when your dreams seem too big, or brush off your thoughts as unimportant. Instead, she'll champion your goals, applaud your growth, and stand beside you even when the going gets tough. Now, when a woman doesn't value you, this gap in respect often doesn't show up as an explosion. It starts out subtle. It could be an offhand remark that makes you feel small, or an eye roll when you share something close to your heart. At first, you might shrug it off, trying to convince yourself, it isn't a big deal. But those tiny cuts add up over time, and soon enough, you realize that the very essence of mutual respect, the glue that holds relationships together, is gone. This lack of respect might manifest as constant dismissiveness when you try to voice your opinions. She may challenge your ambitions, not out of constructive criticism or love, but in a way that undermines your drive and confidence. She may make you feel as though your dreams are stupid, or worse, impossible. Have you ever had someone mock your struggles instead of standing with you and offering a helping hand? If so, you know how soul-crushing that feels. That's exactly what it looks like when respect is absent. Take note of historical figures like Marcus Aurelius, who ruled as a Stoic emperor. Despite his unimaginable power, Marcus showed deep respect for everyone, even those considered beneath him in status. Why? Because respect wasn't about rank. It was about acknowledging someone's inherent worth. Similarly, a woman who values you will view you with reverence for who you are at your core, not the surface-level details of achievement, wealth, or appearance. Now, don't confuse respect with agreement. Respect doesn't mean she won't disagree with you. Disagreements are a natural, even healthy part of any relationship, but the difference lies in how she disagrees. A woman who values you and respects you will communicate openly and calmly, engaging in a way that doesn't feel like an attack. She'll listen, even if her views differ, and make you feel seen and heard, yet still true to her own beliefs. Disrespect, on the other hand, comes with dismissiveness, a sharpness to her tone, or outright unwillingness to acknowledge your perspective. When there's a persistent lack of respect, you can't ignore it. It's never harmless, no matter how small it seems at first. Words cut, actions hurt, and attitudes silently chip away at the foundation of trust, until it collapses completely. And once trust is gone, love has no place to thrive. You may find yourself constantly second-guessing your worth, wondering if the issue is with you. But hear me clearly now, warrior. It's not about you. The absence of respect reflects her inability or unwillingness to see your value. You deserve more. You deserve a relationship where respect flows both ways, where your voice matters and your dreams are celebrated. Anything less? That's not just a red flag, it's a deal breaker. Never settle for a relationship that makes you feel like you're not enough. Respect isn't just a nice to have, it's a must. If her behavior shows otherwise, it's time to move on. Respect starts with you, and you are worth every bit of it. Don't accept less. 2. She never makes time. Time is an irreplaceable gift. When someone values you, they ensure you receive it without hesitation. Think about it. No matter how hectic life gets, people prioritize what truly matters to them. It's a universal truth. Yet there's a behavior that many overlook, but speaks volumes about how much or how little someone values you. If a woman consistently claims to be too busy, too unavailable, or constantly preoccupied every time you try to connect, it's not just a packed schedule, it's a statement, loud and clear. When a woman respects and values you, she will intentionally carve out space for you in her life. It's not about somehow discovering extra hours in a day, it's about making choices. But if she's frequently dodging plans, coming up with excuses, or leaving your messages and invitations to gather dust, there's a truth you might be avoiding. Actions always tell the real story. The great Roman emperor and philosopher Marcus Aurelius oversaw one of the most powerful empires in history. His responsibilities were immense, more than we can fathom in today's world, and yet this remarkable leader always found time for reflection, for meaningful moments aligned with the values he held dear. His story reminds us of a powerful truth. If you truly care about something or someone, time is never an obstacle. Like Marcus prioritized connection amidst chaos, a woman who truly values you will do the same. Here's the reality. If she is perpetually distant, unable to pick up the phone for a quick check-in, or seemingly never free for quality time, then you're not really a significant part of her life. You're hovering somewhere on the periphery. But why stay on the sidelines of someone's story when you deserve to be front and center in someone's narrative? A woman who wants to be with you doesn't just say it, her actions will reflect it. She won't be too busy indefinitely because her desire to spend time with you will outweigh anything else. Picture this for a moment. Someone who values your presence is eager to know about your day, to share meaningful conversations, and invest in building memories with you. She doesn't treat your time as optional or secondary. Instead, she sees it as precious, something to be cherished, not neglected. Relationships thrive on consistent nurturing, and time is the foundation that keeps it all together. But when she's repeatedly too busy, dodging every opportunity to connect, what other message do you need? This behavior is a glaring red flag, a warning sign that screams she doesn't value you the way you deserve. Your time, energy, and love are valuable, warrior. Why waste them on someone who doesn't reciprocate or appreciate what you bring into their life? When someone genuinely cares, they don't make excuses or keep you waiting. They'll find a way to pencil you into their everyday life, not just occasionally, but consistently. Why? Because respect and love are not spoken, they're shown. The bottom line? Don't keep chasing someone who views you as a convenient option. You are worth being someone's priority, not their afterthought. Stand tall, warrior, and value yourself enough to walk away from someone who doesn't make time for you. 1. Zero emotional investment. Gentlemen, let's talk about the heartbeat of any meaningful relationship: emotional investment. When a woman truly values you, her connection with you isn't just surface level. It's deep, real, and unquestionable. She'll engage with you emotionally, sharing her heart, listening to your struggles, celebrating your wins, and supporting your ambitions. But when that emotional investment is missing, it's the first glaring red flag that something is terribly off. Here's what it looks like when she's not emotionally invested. Conversations feel shallow. She avoids deeper topics or steers the conversation away from anything personal. Dreams, fears, ambitions. It feels like she couldn't care less. You might even start to notice that she's closed off when it comes to learning about your life. The connection feels transactional, and no matter how hard you try to draw her closer, it feels like hitting a cold, unmovable wall. Now you're probably sitting there wondering, maybe she's just introverted, or she needs more time to open up. Sure, it's possible, but you have to ask yourself a tough question. How long are you willing to wait? When someone values you, they naturally want to dig deeper. They want to know what makes you tick, what drives your passion, what keeps you awake at night, dreaming, or even worrying. A woman who cares about you will ask those things not because she has to, but because she truly wants to. Think about it. Have you noticed that every conversation feels more like a robotic interview than an intimate connection? Does she brush off emotional moments, change the subject when things get deep, or give vague, disinterested responses? That, my friend, isn't emotional availability. It's a sign of pure detachment. And the truth, while harsh, is simple. If she doesn't see value in who you are at your core, she won't invest emotionally. The ancient philosopher Epictetus said that meaningful relationships are built on mutual understanding and purpose. Emotional investment isn't just a nice-to-have in a relationship, it's the glue that holds intimacy together. Without it, there's no foundation, no roots. It's like trying to build a castle on quicksand. You cannot create a meaningful connection with someone who isn't willing to truly see you. If you're constantly pouring your emotional energy into someone who doesn't even give you a drop in return, you need to pause. A woman who values you will comfort you when you're hurting, laugh with you in your happiest moments, and, most importantly, be curious about your life and growth. She won't make you feel like just another bullet point in her busy schedule. Instead, she'll make you feel seen, heard, and cherished. If she's not investing, take it as the sign it is. Don't cling to the hope that she might eventually turn things around. You're not here to be someone's afterthought or backup plan. You are a man of purpose, passion, and value. Don't waste your time, energy, and emotions on someone who isn't willing to meet you halfway, or even step an inch closer. Remember this truth, brothers. Emotional investment isn't optional. You deserve a partner who values you for all that you are. If she doesn't see the worth in that, you need to stand tall, walk away, and make space for someone who will. You owe that to yourself. You owe yourself better. Conclusion: recognizing the signs of a woman who doesn't value you is essential for safeguarding your time, energy, and emotional well-being. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and to accept truth with courage, no matter how difficult it may be. If her behavior consistently reflects a lack of care, respect, or investment, take that as clarity rather than confusion. You deserve a relationship built on mutual value, understanding, and connection, not one-sided effort. Stand firm in your worth, and don't settle for anything less than what you truly deserve. Choose to walk away with grace and strength, knowing that better is ahead when you honor yourself first.